Peace Prize, summarizing their contributions that led to them winning, and then add a category comparing those to the things Donald Trump has done on the world stage. Do you think Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize? Oh shit, guys. Here we go. Here we fucking go. What do you guys think? Do you think Donald deserves the Nobel Peace Prize? Big old Donald. Why not? Why not, Neva? Why not? I think he does. If he stops World War III, he deserves the fucking Peace Prize. When is he going to die? Probably 15 years. He probably never will, actually. They'll probably solve immortality before he dies. If he's not already just a robot. Hey man, it takes one to know one. That's why I support Trump, because he's a scam artist. So he knows exactly how to scam people. So he knows exactly who's scamming. He's the one who will have started World War III. I don't know about that. The way that things are looking, man. World War III, like, people think World War III is going to start in the West. I don't think World War III is going to start in the West. I think World War III is going to start in, like, the South. And I think it's going to be, like, drug cartels. I don't even think it's going to be a world leader. I think it's going to be at some point in time, the drug cartels are going to reveal how actually powerful they are and how much of a military they have behind them. And you think terrorists are bad? Wait for drug lords, guys. Wait for fucking drug lords. Just saying. That's how I think World War III is going to start. It's going to be a fucking drug war. And I think the spark for it will be legalizing drugs. And devaluing, like, gangs' value. So they basically, their only way to fight back is to end the regime. But that's just my personal take on it. Yes, I am Canadian, Neva. That's why I can't really speak much for it. I usually speak more on a global, wider world scale than I do actually about America. Because I don't know shit about America. I don't know shit about Canada either. I just know people, and I know the past. And I know, like... yeah, I know people. So I think it's valid. No, I'm not lucky, dude. We're fucked up here, man. We're completely fucked. We literally had... Okay, guys, get this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is how bad Canada is. 1,000 pounds of cocaine was seized. This was record-breaking with an estimated street value of $47.9 million. 6 of 9 men arrested are already on bail. Literally in less than 24 hours after getting busted with that, they're on bail. So, you think America is a joke? No. Canada's a fucking joke. Canada's a fucking joke. It's a fucking disaster. But anyways, the last 3 Nobel Peace Prize winners focused on human rights, disarmament, and civil society, often under adversary. Donald Trump's notable actions include the Abraham Accords, U.S. Taliban deal, and North Korea summits, with mixed outcomes. Research suggests Trump's achievements, like the Abraham Accords, don't fully align with recent Nobel criteria, focusing more on state diplomacy. The evidence leans towards Trump not deserving the prize, given his broader record and the prize's emphasis on human rights and disarmament. Last 3 Nobel Peace Prize winners were recognized for their significant contributions to peace, human rights, and disarmament. Here's a summary. Nihon Hidankyo, this Japanese organization representing atomic bomb survivors, Hibakusha, was awarded for their efforts to achieve a world free of nuclear weapons and for using witness testimony to advocate against nuclear weapon use, emphasizing disarmament. Wait, but hold on. Guys, the world still has nukes. Wait, so he proposed that we all get rid of nukes and he won the Nobel Prize? Or like this company won the Nobel Prize for simply encouraging that nukes don't exist? A nuke-free world? I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that kind of what everyone wants? A nuke-free world? No, sword of Damocles hanging over our heads? Oh, that's funny. An Iranian activist, Nargiz Mohammadi. Sounds fishy? I don't know. She received the prize for her fight against women's oppression in Iran and her promotion of human rights and freedom, often at great personal risk, including imprisonment. Okay, this one sounds more like it, because, like, guys, remember, one of the key points here is, often under adversary. So let me ask you this, guys. How does someone who proposes a nuke-free world fall under a category of often under adversary compared to an Iranian female activist who is literally risking her life for what she is saying? I don't know about you, but this company don't really seem like it all well deserved. Like, they're doing good, yeah, sure, but like, I don't see where under adversary comes from. That is so sketched. I mean, to me, this sounds like a DEI fucking award because the US dropped bombs, like nukes, on Japan. So they're like, oh hey, because Japan is fighting for a nuclear-free world, guys, we should just give them the Peace Prize. I don't know, that sounds fucking biased as shit compared to this one. I'm sure there was someone in 2024 who was fighting. They are so oppressed. It's so sad that, you know, I'm glad that perhaps there's a possibility that the regime is coming to an end. Like, what's so sad is when people in the West think of Muslim countries, they think of the oppression that women are in Iran. 90% of the rest of the Middle East is like completely fucking fine, and most women, it's a religious thing, it's not forced by the state in such a heavy-handed way. Now, I'm not 100% on that, whether that number is correct or not, but I know it's not like Like, Iran is the fucking worst. No, anybody can propose something. What about those who do something? I mean, it does say that they're using atomic bomb survivors as, like... But, I mean, this feels like this is just abuse of people. You're abusing atomic bomb survivors to advocate against a nuclear-free world. That seems pretty brutal. Whereas this person's just fighting for their life and what they believe, which is a free, go back to the way things were before 1979. Then what's this guy? Ales Bialyatsuki Memorial and Center for Civil Liberties. These individuals and organizations were honored for promoting civil society, protecting fundamental rights, and documenting war crimes and human rights abuses in Belarus, Russia, and Ukraine, highlighting the role of civil society in peace and democracy. So I'm guessing they're just a bunch of journalists that were probably documenting shit going on, and they were probably putting their lives in danger. So the 2023 and 2022 ones, 100%. That sounds like someone who should win the Peace Prize. I'd have to... maybe the summary is wrong on this one, but I just don't see... Like, maybe they're saying the persecution because it's the atomic bomb survivors, and it's, like, the things that they've had to go through their life. So they're using these atomic bomb survivors to promote it, and that's the reason why they get the Nobel Peace Prize. It's more for... I could see if it was for the actual survivors, if they were saying these survivors deserve the Nobel Peace Prize because they've come forward and used their bodies and their lives as examples of why nukes are so bad. If you phrased it that way, I would say 100% those people deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. Because that is literally putting your body and your life story on the line for scrutiny for people and to, like, examine people. I mean, the Nobel Peace Prize is just about progression towards peace most times. They're not always huge jumps in peace. Oh, I just mean, Beezus, I was referring specifically to the line that says, often under adversary. Meaning the people that win the prizes usually are putting their lives in danger in order to do something or acquire a piece of knowledge that would help in facilitating human rights, disarmament, and civil society, right? So under that category, rethinking about it, if the atomic bomb survivors were the ones who received the Nobel Peace Prize because they're a part of the association, because they're using that as an advocate for nuclear weapons, that makes 100% more sense than, like, just the foundation itself abusing them, right? DT ain't doing those things. Have absolutely no idea. But think about this, Neva. If, because this is usually how we start, and this is how we do the commentary. So the next question is, if, this is a giant hypothetical, everyone keep this as a hypothetical, if Donald Trump solves Russia with a positive to Ukraine, he's already solved Pakistan and India, and he may have also already solved Iran and Israel. So the next question is, can he solve Israel and Gaza? And when, not if, when China invades Taiwan, can Donald Trump stop China from invading and taking over Taiwan? So that's the next questions. And if he accomplishes those things, do you think he would be eligible for the Peace Prize? That's the second stage. So we take the current state of what is, and we say, okay, well, that's what is. Now let's use that as the control in our experiment to say, what if? Had a falling out with their water problem again today. They'll, like, Beezus, this shit is going to be ongoing like it has been forever. The problem is never really going to be solved. It's just the question of full-scale, like, war between two nations that have nukes. Just bad news. Just simply bad news. Okay, so let's say Donald Trump's world on the world stage, Abraham Accords, Taliban deal, North Korea summits, comparison and assessment, more state-to-state diplomacy, Detailed analysis. Let's just get the conclusion. Analysis suggests that while Donald Trump achieved notable diplomatic success, such as the Abraham Accords, these do not align with recent Nobel Prize focus on human rights, disarmament, and civil society. His broader record, including politics, undermining intervention norms, further distances him from a value. Straight up, stop the war in the Ukraine. I can't spell Ukraine. Oh, I probably missed some messages because I'm fucking baked. He's not really doing much beyond saying he's trying to bring them to the table, but at the same time, the only thing he can really do beyond that is escalate it by giving them more weapons. I won't give him credit or fault for the war in Ukraine myself. There it is. I don't think he's at fault, but he said he would resolve the issue in one day. Well, he's a lying sack of shit. Everyone knows Trump's a lying sack of shit. Don't take his word for anything. Putin honestly stepped on the gas the past few months. It's hard to say Trump didn't do all he could because I don't really know what mofo. It will never be enough. Oh, I know. Putin's a fucking dictator. Fucking like all he wants is literally the world. He don't give a shit about stuff, and if he's old enough to the point where it's like if he dies, he fucking dies. He don't give a shit what happens to the rest of the world. He's not a part of it anymore. That's the worst part about having old fucks like them in control. They're not going to be around for the next 50 fucking years. Trump manages to stop the war in the Ukraine. The war in between Israel and Palestine, and when it happens, the invasion of Taiwan from China. If Trump prevents all of these / stops all of these, would he be eligible for the Peace Prize? This includes de-escalation / removal of nuclear technology from Iran. Let's see. The dude who's been in power for like 20 years, a dictator, no way. Where are you from, Bezos? The US, and you like Trump? Like is a strong word. Yeah. See, I like ideas. I don't like people. Trump has some good ideas. He has some very fucking horrible ideas, but he's a businessman at the end of the day. He's also a scammer, a liar, and a fraud. But hey, so is the entire government. So fuck, they have one, you know, at least we know his true colors, right? Well, he's a smart businessman because he doesn't pay his clients. He basically spends the money he would pay to pay his clients to sue his clients into like oblivion. He just files bankruptcy and like abuses tax laws. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, every single one of his companies has filed bankruptcy, and he uses that basically as, like, an excuse to rebound his shit. So it's like, he's just using the system and manipulating the system to get his shit, right? My interest rate on my newest house is 5.7%, and I'm pretty happy with that. That's the lowest it's been for me since, like, 2020. I'm so glad I live with my parents and they own this house. Land taxes are one thing, but other than that, like, I am a privileged fucking Nepo baby, guys. Absolutely fucking privileged Nepo baby. All right. Direct answer. Overview. What state do you live in? Mine is 3.5. I think he was talking about the amount of times his company, or his house investment is 3 point, or his, Jesus Christ, his interest rate. That's the word I'm looking for. Interest rate. Overview. Donald Trump successfully stops the war in Ukraine, the war between Israel and Palestine, presents the invasion of Taiwan by China, and achieves the de-escalation or removal of nuclear technology from Iran. He would likely be eligible for the Nobel Peace Prize. However, the final decision would depend on Norwegian Nobel Committee's interpretation of his actions. Yeah, Mr. Gates 3.5. Not bad. Eligibility based on criteria. The Nobel Peace Prize is awarded for the most or the best work for fraternity between nations for the obligation abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding of promotion of peace congresses. Stopping wars and preventing conflicts would promote peace between nations, with de-escalating Iran's nuclear program would align with reduced nuclear threats, both fitting the prize's goal. Historical examples like Theodore Roosevelt's award for ending the Russo-Japanese War show a significant diplomatic achievements can qualify. See, this was what I was wondering if it would say. If it would mention the Russo-Japanese War and Theodore Roosevelt. Because that's the precedent that people are saying that Trump should get the Peace Prize. If he's successful. That's a huge if, though, right? How many houses do you have? Damn. If you have more than one house, I'm happy for you, bro. Jesus. Considerations and uncertainties. Well, these actions would make him eligible. The committee might also consider how he achieves these outcomes and his broader record, especially given recent trends favoring human rights and civil society efforts. Controversy around Trump's methods could influence the decision, but eligibility itself is broad, and anyone can be nominated by eligible nominators, professors, parliament members. Conclusion. Result suggests that such achievements would make Trump a candidate for the prize, but the committee's final decision. So he could be nominated, but whether he wins or not is a completely different story. I honestly think if he does everything you're asking him to, then sure, he deserves it, but I don't believe he'll ever get to that point. Myself, the war and conflict in the world right now is higher than it's been in a decade, and I'm not seeing a ramp down at all. Beezus, do you want to see... Were you here for this? This might give you a scary number. Where is it? Global strife. Where was it? No. It was the one before this. Did we have to start over? Okay, it was the one... Whoops, it was the one before that one. Oh, 1905 versus 1925. So if you look at 10 years before World War One, where is the conclusion? It was up here somewhere, right? Yeah. %20 versus 80%. That's a lot. Right, this was deaths. And then I asked it to reevaluate it, didn't I? So these are the conflicts in 2025 versus 1905. And then if we look at the comparison between 1917, 27% and 50%. So I don't know where that 80% comes from, but it was 20 and 32%. That's what I remember. So I'm trying to find where the 32% came from. Or if I have to go back even further. Oh, maybe it was the very first one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. So, here it is. Research suggests the global strife measured by the total number of armed conflicts was 33 in 1905 and 42 in 2025, indicating an increase. Additionally, the percentage of sovereign states included in conflicts rose from approximately 21% in 1905 to 32% in 2025, reflecting a likely increase in the spread of conflict involvement over time, though the intensity per state may have decreased.